Have you ever caught yourself looking at a loose rug corner or a stray power cord and thought, I'll fix that later, only to feel a little pang of worry every time you walk past it? That tiny moment of dread is your instincts talking to you, and today we're going to listen. We all want to stay independent in the homes we love. This house holds your memories, your routines, your sense of self. Nobody wants to give that up. But let's be honest, the fear of a trip or a fall is always in the back of our minds. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention tells us that falls are the #1 cause of injury among older adults in America. That's not a small fact. That's something we need to take seriously, without it becoming something that robs us of joy. One of our wonderful viewers, Martha, recently wrote in with a comment that made us all smile. She joked that she keeps her home tidy just in case she gets hit by a bus. She wants the house to look presentable for the police. Martha, your humor is an inspiration. But today, we're not cleaning for the neighbors or the police. We're doing something far more important, a 5-minute safety sweep just for you. It's a quick, low-energy habit that takes less time than it takes to brew a cup of tea, and it guarantees your home stays a sanctuary, not a hazard. Stick with me, and I'll walk you through every step. Now, I hear some of you already saying, that all sounds lovely, but I'm 84 years old, and I simply don't have the energy for big cleaning projects anymore. And you know what? You are absolutely right. You shouldn't be doing big cleaning projects. That is not what this is. One of our community members, Evelyn, shared something that really moved us. She wrote, I feel so frustrated because I can't do what I used to. I used to deep clean the whole house every Saturday. Now I get winded walking to the mailbox. I feel like I'm letting things go. Evelyn, your honesty touched every single person on our team, and we want you to hear this clearly. You are not letting things go. You are adapting. That is wisdom, not failure. Because here's the truth that most home safety advice forgets to tell you. This is not about deep cleaning. This is not about scrubbing floors on your hands and knees or reorganizing every cupboard. We are talking about what I call safety discipline, a gentle, intentional practice of scanning your space for what I call the Waterloos of clutter. These are the specific spots where small messes accumulate and become genuinely dangerous over time. Think of it this way. A general once said that every plan falls apart at the point of reality. The Waterloo of your home isn't the dusty shelf or the pile of magazines. It's the one cord trailing across the hallway at 2 a.m. It's the one rug that started lifting months ago and you never quite got around to fixing. Those are your Waterloos. And today, we're going to find them and neutralize them in 5 minutes with low energy and high impact. Our viewer Patricia, who is 79 and lives alone in rural Vermont, told us she had a Waterloo she didn't even see. Her cat's water bowl had slowly migrated from the kitchen corner to the middle of the floor. It had been there so long she stopped noticing it, until one morning at 6 a.m., she nearly stepped in it on her way to put the kettle on. That bowl could have sent me to the hospital, she wrote. Now I do a sweep every morning before I even turn on the lights properly. Patricia, you are exactly who this video is for. We're going to hit 3 specific zones today. These are the 3 highest risk areas in any home for older adults, and each one gets its own short sweep. Ready? Let's begin. Zone 1, the bedside launch pad. Picture this, it's 2 a.m. You wake up and you need a glass of water, or you need the bathroom. You're half asleep, your eyes haven't adjusted. This is the moment when falls happen most often. Not in broad daylight, when you're alert and caffeinated. They happen at 2 a.m., when your brain is still half in a dream. Your bedside area is what I call your launch pad. It's where you go from horizontal to vertical, from sleep to motion, and that transition deserves a clear runway. During your sweep, check. Are your slippers right where you'll reach for them? Or have they drifted under the bed? Is your phone charger cable running across the floor between you and the door? Is there a glass of water or a book sitting where your feet will land? Our viewer, Gloria, who is 81 and lives in Phoenix, told us she added one small habit. Every night before bed, she does what she calls her 10-second launchpad check. She looks at the floor between her bed and the bathroom and clears anything in the path. It takes 10 seconds, Gloria wrote, and it has saved me from at least 3 stumbles that I know of. Gloria is not dramatic, she's wise. The launchpad check is now a permanent part of our sweep. Remember this phrase: if it's on the floor and doesn't have a sole, it's a trip hazard. Zone 2, the hallway highway. The hallway is the highest traffic area in any home, and it is also the narrowest. It is the one space where you transition between every room, often carrying things: a cup of tea, a laundry basket, a phone, and it is the zone most prone to what I call the drift. The drift is what happens slowly, invisibly. A book gets put down near the front door because you are about to take it back to the library. A package from the mail gets left in the hallway because you haven't sorted it yet. A rug that used to be perfectly flat starts lifting at one corner because the backing has worn through. One by one, these things drift into your walking path. None of them feel dangerous in isolation. Together, they create a gauntlet. During your hallway highway sweep, you are looking for 4 things: anything on the floor that doesn't belong there, any rug with a lifted edge, any cord crossing the path, and any inadequate lighting. That last one matters more than people realize. A 75-watt equivalent bulb that burned out 2 months ago and hasn't been replaced is a fall waiting to happen. If replacing a high bulb is physically difficult for you, that's a perfect task to put on your list for when family visits, or to ask a neighbor for help with. Margaret, one of our viewers who is 77 and lives in a Victorian-era home in Edinburgh, told us her hallway was the biggest challenge. These old houses have narrow corridors and no closets to speak of. So everything ends up in the hall, she wrote. My grandson came to visit and counted 14 items on the floor that shouldn't have been there. I was mortified, but we cleared it together in 20 minutes, and I've kept it clear ever since. Margaret, we love this story. You turned a moment of embarrassment into lasting change. That's the spirit of the sweep. Zone 3, the kitchen golden zone. The kitchen is where we spend an enormous amount of time, and it is also where the physics of aging create the most specific challenges. Bending down and reaching up are both harder as we get older, and both more risky, because they shift our center of gravity. In our Japanese Golden Zone video, we talked about keeping your most used items between waist and shoulder height, the zone where you can reach with stability and without strain. During your kitchen sweep, the question is simple. Have any items drifted out of the golden zone? Heavy cast iron skillets that belong on a mid-shelf, are they on the floor? Your most used mugs that should be at eye level, have they been pushed to the back of a high shelf? A step stool you use daily, is it stored in a way that requires bending awkwardly to retrieve it? Our viewer Helen, who is 80 years old and a retired school teacher in New South Wales, Australia, wrote us a beautiful letter about this zone. She had been reaching up for her electric kettle every morning. It had been stored on a high shelf since 1987, when her husband, who was 6 feet tall, had put it there. I just never moved it, she said. For 37 years, I'd been straining upward to get the kettle every single morning. When Helen moved it down to the counter, she said it felt like a small miracle. I make my tea now without that little grunt of effort. I didn't even know I was making the grunt until it stopped. Helen, that grunt was your body telling you something. We're so glad you finally listened. One of my favorite tips in this entire video comes not from an expert or a physical therapist. It comes from a viewer named Sarah, and it is pure genius. Sarah told us she hates commercials. She spent years being irritated by them, muting them, or just sitting there feeling like the break was wasted time. And then one day, she picked up her duster during a commercial break and decided to tackle the top of one bookshelf before her show came back on. She got it done. The show came back. She sat down satisfied. That was 3 years ago. Now Sarah says she grabs her grabber tool or her duster at every commercial break and does one small safety or tidying task. It turns dead time into safety time, she told us. I've fixed a rug edge, moved a plant, taped down a cord, and once I even cleaned out under the bathroom sink, all during commercial breaks. I never feel like I'm doing chores. I feel like I'm winning. Sarah, you have invented something. We're calling it the commercial break method, and we want every one of our viewers to try it. Here's the rule. If you see something that takes less than 2 minutes to fix, do it now. Don't put it on a list. Don't flag it for later. If the commercial is on and there's a rug edge that needs taping, tape the rug edge. If there's a plant sitting too close to the walking path, move the plant. Small actions, immediate execution. The reason this works isn't just about the task itself. It's about building what psychologists call a safety reflex, a habit of noticing and responding to hazards automatically. Over time, your eye gets trained to spot these things. You stop walking past the cord. You stop tolerating the wobbling step stool. You start seeing your home through the lens of safety rather than just comfort, and the two are not at odds. A safe home is a comfortable home. Our viewer Nancy, who is 76 and lives in a small apartment in Chicago, told us she took the commercial break method and adapted it to her morning news show. Every time they do the weather forecast, she told us, I get up and do one safety task in whatever room I'm nearest to. By the time the traffic report comes on, I'm back in my chair and something in my home is safer than it was 10 minutes ago. Nancy, you are the kind of person who turns a good idea into a great habit. We salute you. I want to take a moment to zoom out and talk about why we're really here. Because this video isn't about tidying up. It's about independence. It's about the freedom to live in the home you've built, on your terms, in your time. The statistics are clear. And they are not meant to frighten you. They are meant to motivate you. 1 in 4 adults over 65 experiences a fall each year. Falls are the leading cause of both fatal and non-fatal injuries in older adults. And here is the part that never makes the headlines. The majority of these falls happen at home, in familiar spaces during ordinary activities. But here is the other side of that statistic, the side that should give you enormous hope. The majority of home falls are preventable. Securing rugs, rearranging storage can dramatically reduce fall risk. This is not complicated medicine. This is a 5-minute sweep. Our viewer Rosemary, who is 88 years old and still lives in the farmhouse she moved into as a young bride in 1963, put it better than any researcher ever could. She wrote, I've buried a husband and raised 4 children in this house. Every room has a story. Every wall has a memory. I am not leaving until I'm carried out, and I intend to make sure that's a very long time from now. So yes, I do my sweep every morning. I do it for my memories. I do it for my stories. I do it for me. Rosemary, we are doing this for you. Staying safe doesn't have to be exhausting. It doesn't require a renovation or a cleaning service or a weekend project. It requires 5 minutes, a willing eye, and a commitment to the idea that your freedom is worth protecting. We've covered a lot of ground today. We've met Dorothy, who noticed a rug and decided to act. Evelyn, who taught us that adapting is wisdom. Patricia, who learned that even a cat bowl can be a Waterloo. Gloria and her 10-second launchpad check. Margaret and her 14-item hallway. Helen and her 37 years of kettles on a high shelf. Sarah and her commercial break method. Nancy and her weather forecast safety ritual. And Rosemary, who is doing her sweep at 88 for the memories on every wall. Each of these women is you in some way. Each of them found a moment where they decided that their safety was worth a few minutes of their attention, and each of them is living more freely as a result. So here's your challenge. Today, right after this video ends, do one sweep of one zone. Just one. Take 5 minutes and walk through your bedside launch pad, your hallway highway, or your kitchen golden zone. Clear one hazard, tape one edge, move one item, and then tell us about it in the comments, because your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Which zone in your house feels the most cluttered right now? Is it the bedside, the hallway, or is there somewhere else in your home that needs a Waterloo cleared? Let us know below. Don't forget to like this video if you're joining us in the 5-minute safety sweep challenge. Share it with someone who loves their home and wants to keep living in it safely and joyfully for many years to come. Stay safe, stay independent, stay in the home you love. I'll see you in the next one.